Hello everyone and welcome to the Sunday Night League. Today is Tuesday and this is round 2 of the Porsche Cup at Red Bull Ring. So we'll quickly start with our grid walk. So starting us on pole position here, we have Sarlek. Actually, I'll quickly do a reminder. The way qualifying works is our top 3 drivers start from the back of the grid but get 5 points for fastest time, 4 points second fastest time and 3 points for qualifying third fastest. So we'll get to those guys in a minute, but qualified 4th fastest and starting on pole position is Sarlek, starting up front, and then starting from second alongside him is going to be Fast Guy, 5th fastest driver in qualifying. The next row we've got Jonathan, and then YOLO just behind him. Starting 5th, Bunnies, in that Alfa Romeo livery on the Porsche. And then Oishi in the number 41. Then we've got Noxie here, and starting 8th, Rob on drums. Starting 9th is Flashman, who was the slowest qualifier. Actually no, sorry, yeah. And then we've got our 3 fastest drivers at the back here. So Chris Boo qualified 3rd fastest, gets those 3 bonus points for starting further back down the order. So he's got 3 points to start with him already, and he'll be starting in 10th position. Then Binko, our 2nd fastest qualifier. So he will be starting from 11th position, getting those 4 bonus points for where he qualifies. And then back, our fastest qualifier and the man who after round 1 was leading the championship, assuming I can add up. Actually, I don't think I can add up. The man who was 2nd in the championship after round 1, Toretto, starting from the back, having got those 5 bonus points for pole position, which actually does put him ahead of Fast Guy post qualifying in terms of points. So when you count for qualifying, Fast Guy is currently leading the championship. But we'll now get into the race. Right, so here we go. Sarlek starting from pole and have to be trying to defend from Fast Guy into the first corner. Fairly heavy braking zone, so if you play your cards right, you can get an overtake up the inside or 2. Here we go, lights out and the drivers are off. A good start from Fast Guy. He looks like he might get up the inside of Sarlek. He's ahead of him already. Further back down the order, we've got them going 3 wide, and Jonathan's got the both of them. But no, he's made a mistake, and Sarlek's got himself back up into the lead. Jonathan, the 2nd, Fast Guy, dropped down to 3rd from 2nd. They're staying alongside Jonathan. Jonathan's got the inside line and is ahead. As long as he takes the defensive line, he should be okay. YOLO from behind, looking to potentially try and get around the outside. And he has, he's got around the outside of Jonathan, who's had a very slow entry to the corner. Oishi also getting past him. Bunnies is down a few positions, in fact, he's down in a lot of positions. Where's he ended up? He's in 11th position. See where that all went wrong for him. He's gone for a spin, it looks like. Rewatching the start from his point of view. So gets through turn 1, staying in 6th position, gets tapped on the rear, and not able to get his car pointed forward again. Actually gets joined in his collision by Flashman, it looks like. Also getting involved. Watch his point of view. Flashman starting 9th, our slowest qualifier. So Flashman, yeah, caught up in the incident. We'll jump back on board with that lead battle. Watch this now from Jonathan's point of view. See where it went wrong for him though. It's like he braked quite early, too early in fact. Yeah, that made a mistake on exit, so Jonathan down to 5th position. Fast Guy, interestingly, not following Sarlek, losing out on the slipstream a little bit. So these top few guys are already spreading out a little bit. Still some battles here. Chris Boot Jonathan just behind him. So, battle's still going on, and we've got someone going wide there. Who was that? I think... which driver was that? I'll hop on board with him quickly. Binko. Where did it go wrong for him? Ah, caught on the curb. Goes wide, just goes off track. Watch that one more time, this time chase cam to watch what happens to his car. Yeah, just gets caught on the curb, tries to stick the throttle in, it all goes wrong for him. Goes off track, not able to make it work. So for the moment, fast guy right on the tail of Sarlek. 3 battle raging on. See him move down into turn 3. Actually, giving him a bit of bump draft, working together, the two of them. So you can see Toretto there in 8th position. And started last. Looks like we've had a disconnect from Flashman as well, further back down the order. So Sarlek on the outside of Fast Guy. Very tricky place to overtake on the outside there. You really have to be the one ahead. Of course, doesn't work, looks for the cutback, not quite able to get it done. So these two still battling away, of course, going to be getting purple laps. See what tyres both of them are on. Are both going for the softs. So drivers only allowed to use each compound once throughout the race if they choose to pit. So last time the no stop proved to be very powerful. Oishi, Chris Boo side by side. Chris Boo up the inside, not quite close enough, gives him a bit of a tap, but not able to complete the move. Defends his position. We're looking at another move, no, decides better of it. These two seem to be trying to work together for the moment. 3 drivers all going in here. Noxie and Toretto are side by side. No, Toretto's got past both of them. Noxie in the middle, Jonathan getting shuffled down the order. Toretto now up to 6th position after starting last, so that's 5 extra points. As we know, one of the fastest drivers on the track still needs to work his way up through the fields. Jonathan considers a move, thinks better of it. The field's starting to spread out a bit now. The top 8 still fairly close together. The top 3. 3rd position in a bit of a no man's land though. Not massively though. So continue on now, 3 laps into the race. Fast Guy still holding off Sarlek for the lead. Neither of them seem to be pushing too hard, both very equal on fuel usage. Chris Boo still trying to move up into that 4th position. So sure she goes wide there. Going to give him a bit of a slower exit, simply as he had to go over the curb, less optimal line. Chris Boo looking to go up the inside now. And yeah, got the move done, and obviously hold it on entry. There's all, there must have been a collision ahead between Fast Guy and Sarlek. Seems Sarlek waiting up for Fast Guy. So Sarlek behind. Yeah, gives him a tap. It just goes around both right down the order. Sarlacc drops down to 7th. So Fastguy down to 7th, but of course Sarlacc has to let him back through. Avoid that 15-second penalty in between the two of them. They've dropped right down the order. I think Jonathan's probably going to end up getting them as well, yeah. Drop down to 7th and 8th in that 1-2 battle. And all this is allowing Toretto, Porsche, the man already with the most points, to start moving up the order. He's now up into 3rd position and just got past Oishi there. In the middle sector, the hardest place to overtake minus that first straight in it. It's his job now just to catch up with Chris Boo and then Yellow. Yolo doing very well for himself, starting 4th position. Got 1 in the earlier laps, but now just going to try and cement it as much as he can, pull away that gap while the others are fighting. So Toretto up the inside of Chris Boo. Side by side, bit of touching. Chris Boo stays ahead though. Oishi also closing up on them a bit now. We're going to have to be careful. Toretto wanted to both attack but needed to defend as well to not lose a position. He's going to go up the inside. No decides better of it. Oishi braking almost late, but actually makes it work very, very well. Given it nearly holds around the outside, but not quite. Toretto now to up the inside of Chris Boo, and this should be a fairly easy move to make. If we can hold it, brake later. Yeah, there we go. Nice and easily up the inside, and that is him up into 3rd position. We'll see if Chris Boo tries to bite back. These two, the 1st and 3rd quickest qualifiers, already worked their way up, starting from 10th and 12th to 2nd and 3rd. As Yolo up ahead makes a mistake, and that allowed Toretto up into the lead despite starting in the last position. So he's certainly having a good race. Yellow also dropped past behind Chris Boo. Have a quick look further back in the field. So Binko actually still in the position he started in. He started in 11th. He may have made a mistake somewhere. And of course he was the man who spun on the last lap. He's just been playing catch up. Jonathan into the pits further down the order. Side by side for 2nd position, Chris Boo and Oishi. Sorry, side by side for 3rd. He's up ahead, the 2 leaders are side by side. Ahead, Toretto holds off Chris Boo as Oishi stays ahead, goes a bit wide, and Yolo now just on his tail looking to get the move here in the slipstream. You can see he had a bad last lap, 32.7. Much slower than his previous laps. Does get up the inside. Doesn't brake too late. He has got himself back up into 3rd. 3-way battle here. Going wide. Noxie getting past him now. Considering the move, but not an easy corner to go for an overtake. Chris Boo right on the tail of Toretto. So don't think he's really close enough to make it work into the 1st corner. He can try and go on the outside, but he doesn't have enough overspeed yet, not going to be able to get it. How about this battle for 3rd going on? Looks like another driver, Sarlacc, decided to join in. Noxie goes a bit wide. Yolo still right in his tail. 2 front runners are still battling ahead as well. Lots of battles going on at the moment. Yolo going a bit wide there, further back. Fastguy and Oishi side by side. Fastguy, the inside line then does not get affected by the curb and gets himself up into 5th and actually gets straight past Noxie. Up into 4th. Now you're looking at getting Yolo as well here. This battle still raging on now, nearly at the halfway point of the race. There's a bit of gravel there for Noxie in that yellow Porsche. And Sarlacc also having a bit of a swim in it. 5 drivers all very close together. And anyone can get that last spot on the podium. So Fasco looking to move here. Up the inside of yellow. He's close enough, he's got the inside line. Side by side through the first corner, but Fasco just getting it. Bit of contact. Still able to get through reasonably clean. Yellow now looking to get him back. No, brakes a bit late for him. That's what about Oishoshi from behind, who does get him up the inside. And also Noxie, who is now alongside, has got through. All of this giving Fasco a bit of a getaway. It's front two. Still close, but Crispy not able to get past Toretto, just holding on. It's battle for third, looking like it's going to become a battle for fourth. They keep battling this hard. All very much good news for Fast Guy if they keep battling like this. It's an interesting corner to try and get a side by side through. Sarlacc comes out on top. Yellow's been shuffled down again, leading the race at one point. Sarlacc and Fast Guy had their instance earlier. There's lots of drivers now going into the pit lane, both front runners. As does Fast Guy. Noxie taking the lead for the moment. Actually, this gives him some clean air to work with. Just needs to get some lap times down. I have no idea why it's only pit on lap 7. Bunnies and Jonathan, not too much between them. I think it's going to be the battle for fourth. If they come out of the pits, it's going to be very interesting yet, and the cars right inside each other. Both going on to the supers, and so neck and neck they're ghosted inside each other here. Is that Chris, Boo and Toretto must have needed slightly less fuel. And is that car still inside the other one? No, not anymore. Gives him a bit of a tap into the corner, almost sending him wide. Of course, can't push your opponents wide and pass, so forced to hold off for the moment, but he's now alongside, but on the outside. Well, this is for the provisional lead, sorry, the net lead. Shortly we will see some of the other guys. There's a mistake further down the order. Binko's had a poor exit. Is that cause of another driver, or is that just himself getting on the curb? The exit to turn 3 can be a nasty one. Yeah, just gets on the curb, goes round into the wall, drops back down. So we'll see, we've got Sarlacc going into the pits now. And Rob on drums, just Noxie still staying out. Now does Noxie look like he's going for the no stop? Quick glance at his fuel, I don't think he'll have enough. So Toretto still holding off Chris Boo, he's been doing that a lot of the race now. I'm not sure Chris Boo has the pace to pass him, he's going to be looking for a mistake from Toretto. For the moment, yeah, goes a bit deep himself. Slow exit to the corner, and that means not able to try and get the move done into this corner. It's a bit of a battle further on down the field. is this battle for 7th. Having said that, actually, Rob and Drums. Was that YOLO going deep? I think it may have been. Yeah, coming back onto the track. Having gone off on that gap between second and third, Toretto and Chris Boo, the net leaders, increasing a little bit. Noxie still staying out on track. He still has 4 laps left to go. Certainly does not have 4 laps left of fuel remaining. Fast guy in his own area at the moment. He was in that massive battle for third at one point. Now it's just got to drive fast, potentially even try and catch the leaders, move up another position himself. Similar with Salek in 5th, so it's this battle for 6th currently we're focusing on. Oh, actually Bunnies has joined this battle. He must have had very good pit stops, now driving faster in the 29s. Seems which compared to the guys ahead of him. I haven't seen any 29s from them. We might see him moving up some positions then. In a good position to try and go for a move here, of course, at risk going through wide. Ideally, yeah, he gets to the inside of YOLO. YOLO wanted to make it 3 wide. See who gets it. Bunnies past YOLO, manages to hold it as Yoshi goes wide, rejoins a bit slower, and Bunnies does get the both of them in one corner, up into 7th position for him. Needs to be careful now though. Other car right behind him. Looks like he's going to go for a move. No, Bunnies braking later. Little slide from Yoshi, but YOLO is not near enough to take advantage of it. As Noxie's finally into the pits with just 3 laps remaining. Going a bit wide there, Alels. Opponent's closing in him slightly. So those 3 big straights being most likely to see him move. But if you make a move on one of them, you might get taken straight back on the next. Yeah, very hard to pass here. All you want is a better exit as he actually taps him on the rear of the car. Noxie now where? He's going to end up coming out on track. YOLO not able to make the pass for 8th position. Further up the order, Noxie actually 4th position, done well for himself. Here in that orange car. I think the gap between the front two, that is now looking to be more than 7/10, so I think Toretto's now just got to drive as fast as he can, although Crispo has just got the fastest lap, though it's not much faster than Toretto's fastest. Well, this guy's fast guy in empty space, same with Noxie. Robin Drums needs to be careful, the car behind though. Can't afford to make any big mistakes. Bunny is close behind him. And also from seeing the lap times, driving slightly faster. With Toretto crossing the line with just 2 laps remaining, getting the fastest lap. I'm going to assume that's Sarlek. Actually, Noxie pulling away from me by 3/10 that lap. This Bunny's Robin Drums battle still somewhat ongoing. Bunny's really struggling with tyre wear, especially on the rear left. Nothing compared to what Robin Drums has. Haven't bought this battle for 8th. They're going. No, YOLO going off the track to try and get more of a sweep in. is still attempting to close that gap in, but of course the longer they go, the more that rear left is going to pull back on him, make it harder and harder to gain time. See his last lap slower. See how his sector times are looking at the end of the second one. 4/10 down, I guess. Not doing too badly. See what he does though. You've got a lot of time to try and catch up. And this is where most of the action's going. Binko, 10th position. Second fastest qualifier, starting 11th position, getting those 4 extra points, but really struggling in this race. Saw 2 big mistakes, one on lap 1, one about lap 5 or 6 I think it was. Now onto the last lap. No move is done. Chris Boo now really falling behind a big gap. That's not due to his slow laps, that's just due to Toretto being very quick. Fast guy happily in third, just got to watch the fuel for him. Noxie is certainly being gained on by Sarlacc, who just did a 28.1, 6/10 gained there. Not enough to get anything done. Bunny's still not close enough to Rob on drums. I don't think he's going to get the move. There are not many overtaking opportunities left to go. This battle for 8th is still raging on. Binko right on the tail of Yolo. But we'll jump to Toretto as he comes around the last corner, and this man got the fastest time then, started from the back, getting the win, the pole position, and I believe the fastest lap. The maximum amount of points he can get. Chris Boo coming across the line in 2nd position, and Fast Guy getting that 3rd. Noxie coming across in 4th with Sarlacc just behind him. Robin Drums managing to not make any mistakes, keeping Bunnies behind him. And it's him in 6th position. The Alfa Romeo livery on the Porsche just behind him. Then Oishi, Yolo, Binko not quite able to get past. And Jonathan not too far behind, coming across the line in 11th position. And I forgot to pause the replay. Whoops. Okay, give me a second to load back up the replay to have a look at the times. I realised with a split second to go when it was already too late. Give me a sec to load this up, and then I will talk through how the title's looking and how all the drivers did. Of course, Toretto, certainly the best driver of this race. There's 5 bonus points for pole position, that extra 1 for the win, so extra 1 for the fastest lap, and the 25 for the win. I think that's the total that you can get of 28. And apologies for this, there's no better way to do this. I ended up doing this last week as well, but this time I should have learnt my lesson. Right, where is he? Okay, we can pause it. Nice. So, apologies for that. So here we go, our time sheet exactly 3 seconds between the top 2, Toretto and Chris Boo. Just pulling away towards the end there, 8/10 on the last lap. So actually very close best laps by the 2 of them. Chris Boo only just missing out on that fastest lap. Let's see, Fast Guy doing a very decent job as well. He's not too far off, as is Sarlacc. Binko, I think, a very poor race, especially considering his qualifying. He won't be too happy with that. Of course, does get the 4 bonus points. Finishing 10th has only got him 9.7 points. So not even that much more for the race than the qualifying. He probably would have ended with a better result had he have started higher up, not got those bonus points for qualifying in the top 3. So just go again. Fast Guy, 3rd, getting him 20 points. Then Noxie, Sarlacc, Rob on drums, Bunnies, Oishi, Yolo, Binko and Jonathan. So to go through what that does championship wise, or how many points each of them got, I guess, this race and then the championship. So Toretto got 31 points this race, I can't add up, and that puts him in the lead of the championship by 11 points over Fast Guy. Toretto on 59, Fast Guy on 48, having got 20 points this round for his P3. None for the qualifying, of course. Toretto getting the fastest lap. Chris Boot, driver finishing second here, third in the championship, finishing second and qualifying third, gets him 25 points for this round. Puts him 5 points down off Fast Guy with 43 points. Then a bit of a jump down to Binko, who's actually fourth in the championship. Had a decent first race, getting him 16 points in total. But certainly seems to be someone who's a better qualifier. Both times qualified in the second. Toretto both times qualified first, actually. And got fastest lap both times. But yeah, can't always seem to get the best finishing results. Finishing 10th here last week. I think... where was it finished? About 5th or 6th, can't quite work it out from this. But yeah, Binko is in 4th with 27 points and just 2 points behind him. The driver who finished 5th this race is 5th in the championship, 25 points, 15 points for this round after that P5. Our next man actually didn't even race, Lewis Motorsport, 6th in the championship, came 3rd in round 1, and that's enough to keep him fairly high up the order with those 20 points, though tied with Rob on drums, who got 8 points for the first round and 12 points for this round, and him tied on that 20. Then we've got Noxie, our 4th position finisher here, was not in round 1, so he just has the 18 points from this round, puts him in 8th position in the championship. Then we have YOLO in 9th in the championship, same as his finishing position here. So he got 9 points for round 1, 8 for this one. So his finished positions were 8th and 9th across the 2 races. So exactly in the middle of the drivers. Then we have Digital Blasphemy, though he has left the league, is technically still 10th in the championship on his 15 points, tied with Bunnies, who came 7th this race. Bunnies getting 5 points from the first round, but improving to get 10 points from this round. So certainly going in the right direction. Of course, had a bit of a poor start. Then Oishi, who is down in 12th position with 11 points. And a pretty poor first race, coming in second last position. Or was it last position actually? Only got 2 points from round 1 either way. But a lot more from this one, getting 9 points. So a total of 11, putting him 12th. Then Jonathan is on 10 points, 1 point behind Oishi. Got 6 points for this round. Then Gibbo, Tiger, Flashman. Flashman disconnected early on in the race, so he did not get any points. So Gibbo, Tiger, Flashman, 14th, 15th and 16th. And then... is that Yokas or was that Jokas? Not sure. Either way, in 17th yet to score any points. So there we go. That concludes Porsche Cup round 2. I hope you enjoyed, and again I will see you next week, which will be at Catalunya, the Spanish track in Barcelona. So that'll be 13 laps. I think that'll be a morning race, judging by the time. I don't know if that'll still be sunny, sunrise, what it'll be. That'll be in 1 week's time. So from me, this is goodbye until next week.